NTE just dropped an absolutely insane patch. Honestly, calling it a huge update almost feels like an understatement. We've got new characters that I've been really hyped for. We've got some improvements to activities that I've been asking for. Incredible new skins and motorcycles that are going to destroy my wallet. And somehow, they even added an entire game inside the game. This is supposed to be a filler patch? The amount of content we got is more like an anniversary update than a filler patch. So in this video, I'm gonna break down why I think 1.2 is a huge update for the game. NTE has been very well received since launch, but like every new game, it has its share of pain points. I talked about a lot of those in my previous video. Go watch that if you haven't already. Of course, it's not just NTE, every game out there has its flaws, and it's the job of a good patch or update to fix those flaws and keep improving the game. It's just how a healthy live service game is supposed to go, and this 1.2 patch for NTE is doing just that and more. The funny thing is, this patch addressed so many of my complaints that I actually had to postpone another video I was working on. I was writing a Things NTE Needs to Add video, and halfway through watching the special program for 1.2, half of my script became outdated. Hours of work gone, and that's why you haven't seen a video from me the past few weeks. Worth it, but still, man. Anyway, the patch immediately addressed one of my biggest requests, activities. Let's start with good old fishing. One suggestion I've had for a while was letting us actually display the fish we catch. It sounds like a small feature, but it gives players a reason to fish and collect the fishes instead of just selling them. Because before, fishing felt like it was one of the slowest way to burn through your city stamina. Well, they actually did it. You can now put your fish inside an aquarium in your house or even behind your car. So now you can flex your legendary sea bass to your friends every time they hop in. Now, if only I haven't sold all of my fish before the patch came out. They also added a way to control the temperature and pH level of the aquarium, which is cool. All of these new systems makes fishing a lot more rewarding, which is a thing I've been asking from the very start. I'm probably gonna spend way more time fishing now, which is huge. Another activity getting an upgrade is Mahjong. Now, I haven't really played Mahjong, not because I dislike it. I just have absolutely no idea how to play it. So apparently they're adding a mode where the Mahjong is more closer to real life Mahjong. So that is actually huge. But as a veteran Yakuza player, you know the best Mahjong strategy is to quit. Jokes aside, I think it is really good that they're actually improving existing activities instead of just adding brand new ones. Makes me really hopeful that eventually all of the activities will be retouched and improved, which again is one of my biggest suggestions to improve the game. There is also another feature that I had on my cancel script. While it's not here yet currently, on the 1.2 special program, they also promised us a housing feature coming on the next patch. Like an actual cozy non-apartment house. As much as I like the luxurious apartments, a cozy house is my biggest one for a housing system. So this is honestly a huge addition for me. Now I'm just hoping I have enough funds to save up because I'm already broken game, just like in real life. Wait. They're adding what? Oh, for God's sake, they added a blind box. Yep, they added another one straight after the Porsche. This time it's the Batman looking motorcycle, Draco. I'm honestly a little mixed on this. On one hand, the bike and the outfit and the blind box looks absolutely sick. You can jump with it, you can strafe right and left. It's definitely a really cool motorcycle and I like how diverse of a vehicle option we're getting in the game. And potentially each with its own unique feature, making collecting them way more fun. On the other hand, they are seemingly adding a new blind box pretty much every patch. And this one is not even a limited collab like the Porsche. It's an in-universe regalia vehicle. That means newer players might permanently miss out on these vehicles, which will create FOMO. Again, I understand this is how they get their money considering how generous they are with the gacha system for the actual characters. But you can still criticize, right? It's fair. I just hope they tone it down and not do a new blind box vehicle for every patch. Well, I got the bike, so clearly what they're doing is working. But you guys might be wondering, why does the outfit the MCs are wearing looks like they come straight from Dark Souls? It's because they added Dark Souls. No, seriously, NTE has Dark Souls now. Alright, it was a joke, it's not exactly Dark Souls. This is the biggest mode of the patch. 999 nights, or as they say it, 1000 less one night. Funny name, honestly. This mode is an obvious love letter or tribute to the classic JRPG games, taking many inspirations and even poking fun at the genre tropes. I also noticed it takes some inspiration from Expedition 33, an amazing game. Like, even the world map looks very similar to it, which is really cool. But outside of that, it's a refreshing break from NTE's usual urban setting. And when I said they basically put another game inside the game, I really meant it. Unlike most gacha side modes or limited time events, this feels like a fully fledged RPG. You've got character level, gear progression, side quests, exploration, massive dragon bosses, and around 10 to 15 hours of content completely free. It's basically the size of a small standalone game. One of my biggest complaints about NTE before was that a lot of its side activities had great ideas, but felt undercooked. The underground racing mode, the fight club activity, they all had interesting concepts, but there were pretty obvious flaws that held them back a bit. This mode, though, it's actually just fun, like genuinely fun. For starters, the map is absolutely gorgeous. It's easily the most beautiful area in the game so far, and exploring and just looking at the world itself is always a treat. Playing through the campaign with its lighthearted story that can be pretty funny at times, along with its decent progression or gearing system, all adds up to a really good and hefty mode. From what I'm hearing, finishing the game also basically unlocks a new Game Plus mode where you can grind for rewards and even more gears. So it acts like a bit of an additional endgame activity that you can also do, which makes the mode a lot more replayable. Now, it's definitely not perfect. The biggest issue is actually the endgame itself. While it is nice having more to do at the endgame, and again, it's an extra thing you can do, right? But the map is always the same, so going through them over and over can eventually be tedious. It gets repetitive and eventually it turns into a bit of a grind. The good news though, is that this mode is permanent, which means it's something the developer can keep building on. New maps, new bosses, new characters, new activities. There's a lot of room for it to grow, and I am pretty sure it will. The foundation they built here is genuinely solid, and I really hope it evolves alongside the rest of the game. Now, just give us a co-op dungeon raid mode, please, dude, I am begging. Like most other patches, there are also a bunch of minor QOL updates, which are worth mentioning. Better avatar display making it less zoom in so you can actually see their actual outfit. Improvements in the portable music player. Long press material usage, which is nice, making upgrading way less tedious. A reporting feature for the racing mode, which is always nice. The option to hide parts of certain outfits, which is good because customization options are always nice. Improve fight club scoring, and reduce anomaly hunt boss difficulty, which is big for someone with skill issue like I do. These tweaks in isolation is nothing big, but like usual, these tiny QOL improvements will eventually add up and improve the game in the long run by a massive amount. So it's always nice. Overall, this is shaping up to be one of the strongest patches I've ever played in a gacha game. The amount of content they've added for a supposed filler patch is already impressive. But what makes me even more excited is what they're choosing to improve. They are clearly listening to player feedback, refining some of the activities and system already in the game, and also adding a meaningful permanent content instead of relying only on temporary events, which have been more hit and miss in the past. But NTE's future looks incredibly bright. Thank you for watching as always. I've been Azu Games. Again, if you liked the video, give it a like, comment, and subscribe. I'll be uploading a lot more consistently, so be sure not to miss that. I'll be uploading a lot of NTE and field content, and maybe a lot more different games. I also stream here on YouTube and Twitch. If you want to join, be sure to come. But with that, see you guys next time.